If you like Leonardo Dicaprio, you should definitely watch his top 10 movies.
Number 10. The Departed. The story follows both sides of the law are represented by two recently graduated Massachusetts State Police Academy officers. Frank Costello, an Irish mobster, is targeted by Billy Costigan in order to gather information that will lead to his arrest. Only his bosses Oliver Queenan and Dignam are aware of his true identity. In the Massachusetts State Police, Costello's protege Colin Sullivan has been given a promotion and is now acting as an informant. Attempts are made by each police officer to identify the other rat to the best of their abilities.
What do you get, your period?
Number 9. Catch Me If You Can. The story follows the 1960s in New Rochelle. In trouble with the IRS, Frank Abagnale Jr., a high school student, idolizes his father. As his parents divorce, Frank leaves for Manhattan with $25 in his bank account and makes a promise to make up for his father's losses and bring his parents back together. A short time later, the FBI finds him in France. He is then extradited, tried, and imprisoned for passing more than $4 million in bogus checks. He's pretended to be an attorney, a pediatrician, and a Pan Am pilot along the road. And a stern FBI agent named Carl Henradi has been after him from almost the moment he started living a life of crime. What begins as a cat-and-mouse game develops into a father and son relationship.
Are you my deadhead to Miami?
Yes. Yeah, I'm your deadhead.
Number 8. Don't Look Up. The story follows Kate, a student of astronomy, finds out about a comet that is not yet known. According to Dr. Mindy, her lecturer, an impact will occur in around 6 months, eradicating all life on Earth, because the asteroid's track overlaps that of the planet. For the purpose of presenting their results, they go to the White House. Dr. Mindy and Kate are being silenced by the White House, who have other ideas. Nothing actually changes despite their efforts to educate the public via a television program. They will soon learn why nobody appears interested.
You guys discovered a comet? I have a tattoo of a shooting star on my back.
Oh, that's terrific.
Number 7. Shutter Island. The story follows a report of a missing prisoner prompts Federal Marshal Teddy Daniels and his new partner Chuck All to visit a government-run facility for the criminally insane on Shutter Island, close to Boston. Daniels, who is burdened by his own baggage, has his own motivations for traveling to the island. He is still scarred by what he witnessed during the liberation of a Nazi concentration camp by his army unit at the close of World War II. And he is also plagued by the recent fire death of his wife. Dr. John Colley, the hospital's director, treats him politely, while other staff members are less friendly to the agents.
Pull yourself together, Teddy.
Number 6. The Wolf of Wall Street. The story follows Jordan Belfort and Donny Ossoff founded the brokerage firm Stratton Oakmont at the beginning of the 1990s. Their business immediately expands from 20 employees to more than 250, and their reputation on Wall Street and in the trading industry rises sharply. so much so that businesses use them to register their first public offerings. Their level of substance misuse and fabrication increase along with their social rank. When they strike it rich on high-stakes deals, they throw extravagant parties for their personnel, drawing attention like no other.
Let me tell you something. There is no nobility in poverty. I have been a rich man and I have been a poor man, and I choose rich every fucking time.
Number 5. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The story follows in 1969. The former star of a hugely successful TV show, Rick Dalton, now wonders if he should give up acting completely after making a few poor decisions that have harmed his career. Cliff Booth, a retired stuntman who has doubled for Dalton in both film and television, is his closest buddy. His career has essentially ended. Dalton still leads a somewhat opulent life in Hollywood, mixing with the rich and famous while Booth struggles to survive. Roman Polanski and Sharon Tate are, in fact, his neighbors.
Whoa, whoa. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
Number 4. The Revenant. The story follows legendary frontiersman Hugh Glass is injured by a vicious bear assault in 1823 while exploring unexplored country. Glass must use his survival abilities to find a way home after his hunting squad abandons him for dead while pursuing their own hunt. Glass travels over the snowy landscape in search of John Fitzgerald, his erstwhile confidant who deceived and abandoned him, grieving and driven by retaliation. Number 3. Django Unchained. The story follows King Schultz, a bounty hunter, buys the slave Django in 1858 because he needs him to locate the men he is hunting for. After locating them, Django seeks for Brumhilda, his wife, who is also sold separately by his former owner because she attempted to flee with him. If he opts to stay with him and be his partner, Schultz promises to assist him. She was eventually sold to a plantation in Mississippi, they eventually discover. They devise a strategy so that the owner will invite them into his home and they can find a method because they are aware that they cannot simply go in and declare their desire for her.
To death with it, right in front of both you.
Number 2. Titanic. The story follows on the Keldish, Rose DeWitt Bukater, age 100, tells her granddaughter Lizzie Calvert, Brock Lovett, Louis Bodine, Bobby Buell, and Anatoly Mikhailovich about the time she boarded the Titanic with the upper-class passengers on April 10, 1912, along with her mother Ruth DeWitt Bukater and her fiancé Caledon Hockley. In the meantime, third-class tickets on the ship are won in a game by a vagrant and artist named Jack Dawson and his best buddy Fabrizio de Rossi. And she recounts the entire incident, from the Titanic's departure to its demise on its first and final journey on April 15, 1912, at 2:20 in the morning.
And where exactly do you live, Mr. Dawson?
Well, right now my address is the RMS Titanic. After that, I'm on God's good humor.
Number 1. Inception. The story follows Dominic Cobb is a spy who gains access to someone's mind through their dreams rather than breaking into their house, place of business, or even computer. Cobb is a wanted man who also misses his kids. Cobb is approached by someone who wants to hire him, but the man wants Cobb to insert something, which is called Inception, which is difficult to perform. Cobb is hesitant to accept the offer, but when the man says he will assist Cobb in returning to his kids, Cobb says yes. So he gathers his crew, but when they start, they discover things Cobb hadn't disclosed to them that could endanger the job, and when they do, they are unsure of whether to continue.
Do you like our list? Please let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more top 10 videos.